Howdy, folks. Spencer here, and today I'll be going over the latest news for Star Trek Online on both PC and console. As always, chapters to each topic are listed below. First up, as many of you know, Borticus, Pundus, and Thomas joined me for a stream earlier this week to go over the Echelon Intel Science Spearhead. Starting at around 38.5 minutes into the stream, it shifted over more towards being a general Q&A, during which myself and many of you were able to get some questions answered. Unsurprisingly, we couldn't get to everything, so if your question was missed, I do apologize. This was my first stream having guests on in this format, and between trying to focus on what they were saying and keeping track of chat, which peaked at nearly 500 viewers between Twitch and YouTube, I was just a bit overwhelmed. But we learned from that stream that they have been talking internally about a Fire at Will extender trait as recently as this week, that the upcoming summer ship is very experimental and, quote, a very adaptable ship, end quote. And we were also able to get some topics and ideas in front of them, like our desire for a better sovereign class. So a lot was covered. Again, it wasn't every last thing that folks asked, but I know many of you enjoyed the discussion. So if you haven't seen it yet, if you have some time, I do highly recommend you listen to the stream. You don't need to watch it, just turn it on in the background and listen to the discussion. And while I'm on the topic of Q&As, over on the STO website there are two Q&A blogs with creative director Richard Hayden and senior narrative designer Flo McQuibbin to respond to questions sent in about the Axiom episode. There's also a bit of behind-the-scenes discussion here, but there is a lot that is focused about the Etherians and specific things that happened in that mission, so I don't want to spoil anything for anyone. If you're interested in reading through these, I'll have links to both parts of this in the pinned comment below. Now, shifting over to Delta Recruitment, I know many of you are wondering, where is it? Well, per Borticus on Blue Sky earlier this week, the cadence of recruitment events is changing from what we have experienced in prior years. We've already seen scheduling for many things shift a bit, and that trend is clearly going to be continuing. However, there was an update just a couple hours ago from the Star Trek Online Twitter account, and they responded just saying that the Delta recruitment event will be with us soon. So Delta is still going to be the next recruitment event it appears. We just don't have a specific date for when it is going to be happening. And another thing that didn't happen at the expected time this year is a lifetime subscription sale. The past few years we saw one appear in March, but we're now 5 months into 2025, and the last sale was in November of 2024. Now, as I mentioned last month, I did reach out to Counselor Suna about this, and she did respond saying that we would be seeing a lifetime sale appear sometime in May. So I don't have a specific date for y'all, but if the lifetime sub is something you're interested in picking up, then be ready and have some money set aside. Pay attention to the news and make sure to grab the lifetime when it's on its initial 50% sale that it'll have for a few days. Of course, as soon as there's an announcement out for it, I'll get a video out as soon as possible. And if you're wanting to learn more about what the lifetime sub has to offer in 2025, I did a video on it last fall going over its benefits. I'll have that video linked in the pinned comment below. Next up, for the console players here, as those of you that saw my prior news video know, there is currently a Red Alert event active over there until May 6th. And with that, the Pavo event, which is the second part of the yearly event campaign, that was initially scheduled to go live on April 29th. But the Red Alert event started instead, and they have delayed that Pavo event until next Tuesday, May 6th. So spread word around and make sure to start taking advantage of that event when it starts on Tuesday. And just be aware that when that event ends, the Tholian event will be starting up shortly afterwards. So you guys should be having back-to-back event campaign events. And heading over to the sales on PC, there are currently 3 sales live. First is the 20% sale on R&D and DOF promo packs in the store. These are the promotional variants of these packs and are still on sale to make up for the DOF variants being absent for the first week and initial sale that we saw alongside the Packlid Clump ship launch. If you're looking to pick any up, it is the time to act before these promo variants are taken back out of the store. I would recommend you go for either the Duty Officer bundle or just directly buy the Delta Alliance DOF packs, which you can see in the Duty Officers tab of the store. You've got 4.5 days left, so act fast if you're wanting these promo packs. After that, there is also a 15% key sale along with a return of the 20 keyring bundle. That sale is going to be ending tomorrow, Saturday, May 3rd. But with the promo packs being in the store, there's no reason for you to be buying the master keys. If you want keys, buy the promo packs and then sell those on the exchange, and then use the EC you get from those to buy even more keys for your money. So the key sale exists, but go for the promos instead, because those have a much better Zen to EC conversion rate. And the last of the 3 sales is a 20% Lobi sale, and that is running until May 7th at noon Pacific time. So if you're looking to pick up anything from the Lobi store, then go ahead and take advantage. And on the events side of things for PC, there are currently 2 in-game events live. First is a double experience event running until May 6th, meaning that this weekend is a great time to start working on a new character or to grind out specialization points on an existing one. And if I head in game, the other event here is the Tholian Trouble event, and this started up on Tuesday, April 29th, so if you haven't started yet, you still have plenty of time to get started. And the reward from this is actually pretty good, especially with the covert assault drones, according to Mara and some of the other ground players that have been testing it out. Now, for this weapon, there has been some confusion and some misinformation out there regarding being able to reclaim it. Enough so that pundits from the dev team posted on Blue Sky to tell folks it is reclaimable, you just can't have one of them in your inventory or on your captain when reclaiming. Any of them you have to be equipped to bridge officers in order to be able to claim more. So I'm going to demonstrate that to you here. If I open up the event window, go to Reclaim Rewards, you see it is currently grayed out for me, and that is because I have one on my captain. Now, if I take that off and I just go give it to a random bridge officer, now when I go back to that ground tab, you see I can now claim another. So it is a little bit of a tedious process, but it is possible for you to go through and equip this weapon to all of your bridge officers if you want to do so. So again, you just saw me claim another 2 right there. And here is the visuals of this in action. So myself and 3 of my bridge officers currently have it equipped. It is not upgraded, just be aware. There's the secondary, the little grenade it does. And the primary, this is a minigun. So again, I've got this equipped also on some of my bridge officers, and if they actually go in the same room as me, they'll be spamming. There we go. Should see the bridge officers going off now. Of course, one of them still didn't want to shoot, but yeah, the visuals are interesting. The secondary mode shoots a grenade that you see is like a sticky grenade. So it's really neat effects, and again, this is performing actually quite good right now, especially with that Covert Assault Drones kit module. So if you're looking for a fun ground weapon to play around with, then you definitely don't want to miss out on this Tholian event. Next up, for those of us on PC, with the May 2nd patch, you can now claim the event campaign rewards if you have finished your event campaign. So I'm going to test that right now. And it's taking a moment to load, but there you go. I've got my 2 T6 coupons, 1500 Lobi crystals, and my event campaign 7 prize, the premium T6 Starship Choice Pack. And I know many of you are wondering, what's the best ship to go for? Well, I'm glad to announce that I am currently working on my event campaign recommendations, and I actually want some feedback from you guys. The thumbnail's already done. I like how it looks. But for the format, I am trying something a little bit different. So I'm trying an animated background. It's just the wallpaper I've been using on my desktop. And I just figured it'd add a little bit of flair. I've got it so it's not super visible there, but is that too distracting? Do you guys think that I should just have a static background image instead, similar to what I did for the best Send Ships video? Just give me some feedback down below. And this is the format that I'm looking to go with here for each of the ships. Similar again to what I did for that best Zen ships video. So if you guys have any feedback there, it'd be greatly appreciated. I'm aiming to have this out probably Sunday. Monday is the worst case scenario, but I'm going to be spending quite a bit of time tonight and throughout Saturday getting the rest of this polished up, getting the audio all recorded, all that. So keep an eye out for that video. And the last thing that I have here for you guys today is just that there's another giveaway over on the Builds Discord. This is PC only, and it is for a Tier 5 Advanced Obelisk Carrier. This is the one from the Lobi store. And that giveaway is up until May 15th, and all you have to do to enter is go to the giveaways channel in that Discord and hit the little blue party icon emote right down below the giveaway. And while I let the member outro list do its thing, I do want to say, to anyone who was on the stream on Tuesday, if I missed your question again, I apologize. There was a lot of people in there, and trying to focus on all the chat that was going and everything that Jeremy, Keen, and Thomas were saying, it was a little bit difficult. So I think most of the questions were addressed, but if I missed yours, I really do apologize. And with me trying a new setup, I also didn't have any sound notifications on for any donations or things like that. So if you did a sub or a membership during that stream and I didn't respond to it, I do apologize. Hope you can understand it was just a little bit chaotic on my end, doing something new. But with all that out of the way, again, thank you to all of you for the continued support. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to drop them down below. See you guys around.